This is, you may recognise, is wheatgrass, and this is what you buy at those fancy juicing outlets and health food shops. And it tastes absolutely vile, I have to say, but I don't eat it. I use it for decoration because it's really, really easy to get this. All you need is a few basic things. You just need some wheatgrass seeds, and make sure they're organic, because if your guests or you do want to try it, you want to make sure that you're eating organic wheatgrass. And you just need a jam jar and a few little containers. Any containers that you want, really. I make sure mine are all the same. I like using these little shot glasses because they make for a rather beautiful end product. And either a sunny windowsill or a little propagator like this. This is simply a plastic tray with a lid on it that you can buy at any old garden centre. Or if once you get into using plants a bit more, you can use an electric propagator like the one I've got over there. And my wheatgrass loves to grow in there. And just some normal seed compost or potting compost, and that's all you need. And basically, all you do is you just take a couple of tablespoons of this and you soak it overnight in some water. And then for about 5 days, you wash it just like when you clean your teeth. Every morning and every evening, you wash it and then you rinse it so that the seeds are always nice and wet. And you will see eventually, I'll move this out of the way, that they will start to sprout. It's just like sprouting seeds to eat. You can see that this one here has already started to sprout roots and the beginnings of a beautiful lush blade of grass, which will become like this. And once they've started sprouting, you need to plant them, for which we come over here. All I do here is I just get some nice seed compost and make sure it's nice and fine, because you know, wheatgrass seeds, it's like having a little baby. You want to make sure that their bed is nice and soft and they don't have to struggle too much to get out into the open and into the light. I just fill my little pot or whatever you're using until it's about, I don't know, 1 centimetre below the top. And then I just scatter some of the sprouted seeds right over the top like this. And I'm not too precious about it. Some people use a pencil to separate them and make sure they're all in their own little spot, but I don't bother. I just make sure there are enough of them in there to create a really nice sort of jungly effect. So I put that layer of seeds in there, and then I cover the whole thing with a bit more fine compost like that. Again, some people would say you must sieve it. I don't sieve. I just do that and gently pat it down like that. And now I'm going to water it. And I'm not going to water it too much. The thing about using containers without holes in the bottom is that you have to be a bit careful about not over watering. But you can see very easily the way the water goes in and the way it sinks down to the bottom. And you can see when it's soaked right through. Less is more, I would say. Just to make sure that your compost is slightly damp before you start, and you should be fine. And then all I do is I put that in my lovely little propagator where it's nice and warm and cozy for a few days. And I check it every morning and every evening. And sometimes I use my sprayer here to spray it, make sure it's nice and damp. And this one's been in here for a few days, and you can see that it's coming up really, really nicely. And eventually you'll end up with lots and lots of these lovely little pots of wheatgrass, which people can just look at because they've got lovely feel appeal, or they can actually cut the grass and munch it like so many fat heifers to try and cancel out their dreadful, dreadful alcohol consumption over the Christmas period. I sometimes actually use a huge tray like this to do it in, and that's when you get what you find at those juice outlets, a huge lawn. You can create your own lawn. Do whatever you like. It's a very, very cheap, simple, easy way of kind of, I don't know, making a lush centerpiece for your dinner table.